Hello everyone, welcome to this post-result review session conducted by Wifi. This is your instructor, Rizwan Maniya, and today's panelist. Uh, First of all, before we proceed, I want the entire faculty to be with me right now, and all the faculty members just mute yourself, keep yourself mute, and all the faculty members, please just open your webcams. It's a small request to all the faculties to open up your webcams, and a quick confirmation we need to take from the faculty members as well. First, I need to take a quick confirmation from Sir Hasan Dossani. Sir, can you hear my voice?
Hi, Sir Rizwan. Yes, I can hear your voice.
Okay, that's great. The entire faculty, kindly just open your webcams before we start the session. Once again, Wifi is conducting this session for the students who gave exam in September 21. Obviously, at this point of time, everybody is really confused in terms of which papers they should opt for in the next attempt. Those who have passed, a big congratulations to all of on your success in September 21. But those who could not make it, don't be disappointed. I know it's a difficult phase for you people, it's a difficult time for you people. But remember, hardships are always there, but the success is very much near. You need to stick to your plans, you need to motivate yourself. I know you have done the hard work, but yes, maybe there's a genuine reason why that's why you could not pass the exam. So you need to look into that. You need to just figure out the problems, the flaws you did in the paper, and all these things help to come up with a very good plan. And this session is about that. That this session will guide you. The tutors here will guide you how to handle things. I am also introducing my second panelist. With me is Sir Hasan Dossani. So let's formally use Sir Hasan Dossani, and then we will start with the faculty overview. Sir, how are you?
I'm very well. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. So let's first begin with the faculty introduction, and then we will start with the other things in the session.
Right.
Okay.
This is Hasan Dossani, and I am a specialist teacher for SBL. I've been teaching SBL since inception, and before that, paper P1, P3. So, over 20 years of teaching SBL related subject and conducting the ACCA's practice to pass webinars for last 6 quarters.
That's it. Thank you. Sir Munir Shafi.
Hello, everyone. So, am I clearly audible to all of you?
Yeah, it's perfect.
A very warm welcome to all of you. This is Munir Mohammed Shafi, fellow member of ACCA, fellow member of Institute of Chartered Accountants of Pakistan, and I have been teaching this subject since last more than 4 years. I'm very hopeful. I'm very optimistic that I would be able to help you out in sorting out your queries, in sorting out your concerns, in sorting out your problems. Through this session, we'd be helping you out a lot, inshallah.
Thank you very much. Uh, Hasnain Rehmani, a quick word.
Hi everyone. This is Hasnain Rehmani, and I'm the ACCA AA facilitator in Urdu language. So, you have any queries related to this subject, you can definitely ask me. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. Moving towards Ahmed Mumtaz. Ahmed Mumtaz, can you hear me? Okay, Ahmed Mumtaz, I think, hasn't joined yet. Once he will join, so we will ask him as well. He is also the double A faculty for English language and Fiqh. The next is Taha Popatia. Taha, a quick word, please.
Hello to all students. This is me, Taha Popatia, AFM instructor at wifi.com. I am ACCA member and a professional accounting affiliate from ICAP, Institute of Chartered Accountants of Pakistan, and holding around 6 nationwide positions in ACCA and CA as a student myself. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Sukhpreet, tax specialist. Over to you.
Hello, sir. Am I audible? Hello, everybody. My name is Sukhpreet Monga. I'm your TX tutor. I'm a qualified chartered accountant from India. I'm also a qualified ACCA. I also recently qualified my CPA CGA Canada. So I will be your TX tutor. And if you'll have any further doubts in regard to the taxation paper, please feel free to ask me. And I've been tutoring ACCA aspirants from past 3.5 years.
Okay, thank you very much. Ali Amanullah, please a quick introduction.
Hello everyone. Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Hi everyone. This is Ali Amanullah, your facilitator for a financial reporting paper in Urdu. I myself as an ACCA member and teaching this paper for the past 4 years. If you have any queries regarding financial reporting paper, feel free to ask me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ali. Tashwita Gupta.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, so hi everyone. This is Tashwita Gupta from India, and I am in ACCA affiliate, and I qualified my ACCA at the youngest age worldwide, and I am tutor for SBR and FR at WIFI. So if you would have any queries regarding these two subjects, please feel free to ask them in this session.
Okay, thank you very much to all the faculty members. And this is Rizwan Maniya teaching FM, PM, and APM at WIFI. Now, first of all, as you have seen the agenda at the start, the most important discussion for always is the passing ratios. So, results are out. Everybody know the results. So I would really want every faculty to take few maybe seconds or minutes, not too much time, but a quick overview about the passing ratio. I've attached the comparatives of September, June 21 as well. In the bracket, you will see the June 21 passing ratio, and without bracket is September 21 passing ratio. So a quick overview in relation to the passing ratio. So let's start with Sir Hassan for SBL.
So SBL passing ratio has jumped up from 46%. It's sitting at 51%, which is a huge jump of 5%. That means a lot. Generally, SBL is in the same range of 50%. So it is one of the highest passing, ratio subjects in strategic professional level. So if this trend continues, then you still stand a good chance to pass your SBL in December attempt.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. TX, taxation.
Okay, so just looking at the pass percentage has improved in this session and it has improved by 2%. But generally, the TX pass percentage stays close to 50%, which is a very good pass percentage in the fundamental level paper. And it is comparatively easier to crack this paper. And I generally always suggest students to just, focus on the concepts, stay focused, go for the revisions, go for the questions, and that's how you will actually clear the paper. And it isn't a hard paper to clear. So I absolutely believe it is a pretty easy paper to clear. Focusing on the pass percentage, it even makes it easier to pass the paper.
Okay, that's great. Ali Amanullah, a quick overview in relation to the passing ratio for FR.
Hello. Have you seen, as you've seen, that passing rate has decreased from 51% to 48% in the current setting? However, I would like to inform you all that at WIFI we have achieved around 80% passing rates in FR Urdu. So congratulations to Team WIFI and all the students who have made this possible. And I just would like to add one thing, that only thing which will make you pass in this paper is practice, practice, and practice.
Okay, that's great. Okay, then we have Hasnain Rehmani for double A. A quick word on the passing ratio, please.
Yeah, as you see that it's the same, 39% in last attempt and 39% again. So the most important thing is the practice and exam techniques that students mostly lack in double A. They take it as very easy paper, even though it's easy, but if you follow the exam techniques and what tutor tells you to do, you'll definitely pass this paper.
Okay. Great. Now, coming towards the SBR paper, Tashwita, SBR passing ratio. What's your thoughts?
Yeah. Yeah, so it is basically increased by 4% from 44 to 48. That is a good indicator, no doubt. But, like in the previous years, it was around 51, 52. That was the pass percentage of SBR. But as we can see now, it has reduced to the range of 45 to 50. It's near 48. So as you compare it with the previous years, it has decreased drastically. But this quarter, it has increased as compared to June. So we can say that we can't compromise on the syllabus areas. We cannot do cherry picking that I'll do these standards, I'll leave the others. So you have to do 100% syllabus coverage with lots of practice, and that's the only way you can tackle this professional paper.
Okay, thank you very much for your thoughts. Taha, what are your thoughts for AFM passing ratio?
Alright, so AFM passing ratio has slightly dropped from 39 to 37%. And the key to success for this exam paper is to practice a lot of past papers. There are a few topics, but they are asked in a really different and unique style in the exams.
Okay, thank you very much. Munir Muhammad Shafi, Triple A.
Well, so the passing ratio of AAA remains within this range, 31, 32 to 34%. This time, well, it has witnessed a bit of improvement, and luckily, I have been receiving the messages from my students. A lot of students have passed this paper, but still, the passing ratio is not that much in AAA because we all know that this is a very professional paper. It does not only require your professional, mature writing skills, but you need to be very technically sound in terms of your accounting standards as well as auditing standards. So it's basically a blend and mixture of all three things: your drafting skills, accounting skills, auditing skills. And obviously, this is a professional paper, the last paper of ACCA qualification. So it requires a lot of hard work. It requires a lot of practice, and the passing ratio remains the same, and the complaints of examiner remains the same. The students keep on committing the same mistakes again and again. Those who overcome their mistakes, those who hold the technique tight, those who keep on practicing, they do pass this paper, and will keep on guiding you the tips, techniques, how to pass this paper.
Okay, well summed up. Situation for AAA. I'll quickly give you idea of performance management passing ratio from 41 went down to 37. Always remains a challenge. Performance management result is one of the most important results of ACCA just for the students because it's the first paper after fundamentals. So we really need to work on this again, and students really need to come up with different strategy, which I will also guide, and you can ask me as well. Moving towards FM, yeah, it's again good. Above 50% is always very good passing ratio. You can see TX and FM has a similar passing ratio. A slight 1% decline, but that's okay. The most interesting passing ratio to see at the passing ratio list here is of APM. I would say the worst passing ratio right now, this time September 21, going to 30% from 32, so which is a bad decline to be honest, which means students really need to improve their performance and skills when it comes to APM, and I will be helping you in this regard as well in today's session and also in the first orientation. So this is the passing ratio. Overall, I would say September attempt passing ratios overall are not very bad, but you can see certain papers like APM, PM, where passing ratios have gone down, which students really need to understand the flaws and need to make sure that their results are better in December 21. Now it's time to move towards the success story of high achievers. Always we have this trend of inviting few students because it's the first day. So we are in a process of gathering the results, but those who are able to share the results, we do invite them on a short notice. So thank you very much to all of them who just joined the session. And a quick word we need to ask from them that how they did uh, uh, their hard work and what was the strategy they followed. and how they secured these marks. So I will want each and every tutor to ask the respective participant themselves, so that it's better that the tutor better knows what to ask from the student. So first of all, I will ask Tashwita to start for SBR and have a quick word with the student who secured 77. Over to you, Tashwita.
Yeah. Hi, Amandeep. Can you hear me?
Hi, Tashwita. Yes, I can hear you. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are clearly. So first of all, very big congratulations. I mean, this is a very, very good score. 77, just near to 80. And very big congratulations. And my question to you would be that what was your strategy while preparing SBR? I know you were suffering from COVID also while you were preparing, but still you managed to score this much. So how did you manage this paper's preparation, first of all? Like how you divided your studies and all of that?
First of all, thank you so much for it. So, I remember I had just done with my PM and FM exams, and I enrolled with you guys after just like after 1 week, and then I got a plan from you. So, what I did was that whatever the videos, as and when you would release them. So, since I'm working, so before my shift started, I used to watch it in the morning, like 1 hour at least every day. I would watch it, and then I would attend the live classes and see you solve questions. And you would give us questions which had those topics covered. So I would go to the kit and I would solve it right then and there. And if I couldn't solve it, I would read the answers and understand how the things were working. So
That
so
is
that way, so it helped me because like when I got COVID, before that 70% of my syllabus was done and a majority was already covered because I was thorough in the plan.
Yeah, so here we can get a takeaway that you have to plan your studies before so that you can manage your contingencies at the end, if any arises. So, Amandeep, like, what was your strategy for the practice? Did you do it together with the concepts, or was it after you completed the syllabus, then you went for the kit? And did you prefer kit or the past papers for the practice? What was your thought on that?
So I used to do the questions as and when I would be so like learning the concepts, and after I was finished with all the concepts, I did the entire kit again. Like I went,
Okay.
you gave us some list of questions that which order to follow. So I did the kit 2 times. So once while practicing the concepts, and the second time the whole of questions. And like the kit I had questions up till September December 19. So after that, I like the past papers that were not covered in the kit, I solved them.
So,
So
what
other
is your
than
thought on giving mocks and the assignments? How do you think they are significant or not for passing the paper?
they are very significant because I remember the first time I did an assignment, I did a lot of errors. I wrote a lot, and I used to get comments that I'm writing too much, and if I don't ensure that, it is gonna impact my papers. So this was something that I was like I could be aware of when I was writing the paper. I did not miss any mark. In fact, I had 5 minutes left to revise the entire paper because when I would write, I would just make sure that it is for 3 marks, so I have to write 3 points only. I used to divide the points and make sure that I was writing. So the mock and assignments were very helpful, like because they told me what my weak points were and how much is ideal to write.
Yeah. So that's great. And again, very big congratulations. And I hope whatever Amandeep just told you guys, that must help you while preparing your exam for December.
Thank you so much for everything.
Congratulations, Amandeep.
Okay. Thank you very much for your feedback in relation to your preparation for SBR. I would say Tashwita is lucky. I almost every time I see anyone scoring above 7 for hard work and the students' hard work, obviously. Now over to Sukhpreet for TX.
So am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. Hello, Nyambod. Can you hear me? So
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Heartiest congratulations for your big achievement. You scored 71% in your very first attempt, and which is a very, very proud moment for me and for Wifi as well. Thank you for, working so hard. Okay.
Thanks, ma'am.
Okay, so I would be putting up some of the questions which will help the upcoming students while preparing. So the first question that I would like to ask you is, how many exams did you appear in this particular quarter?
For this particular session, I actually
Yes.
appeared for one exam as I am a full-time worker. So
Okay.
I wanted to go in just for one so that I'll have sufficient time to prepare for it.
Okay, so now you think that if you're full time, if you're working full time, so it is preferable to take one paper if it is a taxation paper?
Well, I think that is preferable to take one paper so that the essence is not just to pass the exam, but equally to be equipped with the skills that the exam actually is intended so that you can be able to deliver at work. So that's why I choose to go for one paper.
Okay, so the next question would be in regard to this only. So did you follow the timetable that was being shared with you? Did you follow it from the day one, or you changed the timetable? How did you manage, your time, and did you follow the timetable really well?
Yes, ma'am. I think I followed the timetable very well, and it really helped me because actually it organized my studies. I know the exact task that I had per week, and so much so that when the week is coming to an end, I've not done the tasks, the lectures well. I struggle that at the weekends I can make up for the time that I've lost. And sometimes I worked ahead of time, but when I worked ahead of time, I was not excited to go ahead with the following videos. I spent that time to practice so that I could improve on the theories I learned.
And how many hours did you put in for clearing this taxation paper and scoring this 71%?
Actually, I put in an average of 3 hours a day, mostly in the
Okay.
night, where
Okay.
it's quiet.
Okay,
Thanks.
so you have invested 3 hours per day, so that's close to 21 hours in a week.
Exactly.
Okay, so what will be your advice for the upcoming students? How do you suggest the students how they should go for this paper, how they should actually clear the paper from the student point of view? How do you actually give some of the suggestions?
Well, from the student point of view, I think that with a little hard work, you can make it an inflying color in TX. But you just need to stick to some strategies. First, you must devise a study plan. Like for myself, I set aside 3 hours a day. So that actually I make sure that I put in those hours so that I'll be able to cover the entire syllabus. This next important thing is that for TX, you need to be very grounded in theory. And for you to be grounded in theory, you must attend to all the audio lectures, which actually I did. And that actually helped me a lot. And one particular strategy I found very interesting as far as TX is concerned, with TX, you have taxes, which actually have pro formas. So you need to stick to the pro formas. When you stick to the pro formas, they guide you on the requirement to search from the question. And equally, they help you on the length of the question to answer. So I think those strategies actually helped me a lot.
Okay, so you think that those performers that were given in the notes really helped you out?
They did a wonderful job.
Okay. Okay. On this note, I would really like to, pass it on to Sir Rizwan Mania, and I want to thank Nemboyd for joining us. And I really hope that it has helped other students as well in clearing that how do you, go for this particular paper. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Now, let's move towards Ali Amanullah for FR Urdu 70 by Sumbul. Yes, Ali.
Hi, Sumbal, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, first of all, a big congratulations on scoring 70% marks in FR paper.
Thank you,
Just
sir.
one
Thank you.
question. How many exams you appeared for in September 21 session?
Two, F6 and F7.
Okay, great. And I know since you are not a full-time student and you are working in some company as well, how you
Yes.
used to manage your day and how many hours you used to study in a day?
I have a work shift in afternoons. I used to study in morning. लाइक मैंने आपके जो आपने टाइम टेबल बनाया था, जो वर्क प्लान आपका था, उसके हिसाब से स्टडी किया.
लाइक वीडियोस देखी उसके हिसाब से, फिर जब आप क्लास में वो क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करवाते थे उनको किया, जो क्वेश्चंस आपने खुद प्रैक्टिस किट में डाले थे वो सॉल्व किए।
Okay. And what were 3 or 4 critical success factors that made you achieve this score?
फर्स्ट, लेक्चर्स मैंने प्रॉपरली अटेंड किए थे सारे, 100% कोर्स कवरेज, मैंने कोई भी चीज़ छोड़ी नहीं थी। सेकंड, प्रैक्टिस किट, प्रैक्टिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट।
Okay. Have you completed assignments that we used to give during our lectures?
Yes,
Were
yes,
all they helpful?
मैंने, yes, they were.
Okay.
Also the practice session जो हर सब्जेक्ट के चैप्टर के एंड में होता था, लाइक फॉर ओटीज जिसमें होते थे, वो भी मैंने सारे किए थे।
Okay. From the student's perspective, what single piece of advice would you like to give to students who are just new to this paper or who are not able to pass FR in this attempt?
प्रैक्टिस, लाइक सर, प्रैक्टिस बहुत ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि अगर कॉन्सेप्ट आपने ले भी लिया, प्रैक्टिस नहीं करे, पेपर में जाके डायरेक्ट करेंगे तो नहीं होगा।
Okay.
क्योंकि टाइम मैनेजमेंट भी बहुत ज़रूरी है इसमें।
Okay. Okay. Have you faced any difficulties in solving spreadsheets in exams?
नहीं सर, आपने बहुत इस पे थैंक यू फॉर यू, क्योंकि आपने बहुत सारी प्रैक्टिस हमें लाइक क्लास में, लाइव क्लासेस में भी कराई थी, और इसके बाद हमने, आपने जो कहा था कि सारे क्वेश्चंस आपको स्प्रेडशीट पे करने हैं, तो हमने किए भी थे।
Once again, congratulations. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, there are certain important points that I need to convey to the audience in English as well. What she mentioned was the practice was very key to her success. You need to practice maximum number of questions. The assignments that tutor used to give, she used to complete the assignments. These are the important takeaways from her, that practice is key to ensure that you succeed in the FR paper. Now, I want to quickly invite Osama for securing 78 marks in financial management. Can you hear me?
Hello, assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, I can hear you, sir. Can you hear me?
So congratulations for securing 78, which is really good in terms of the marks. If you look, and you have secured really good marks for that. So first of all, I need to ask you a few questions of how many questions you did before the examination for financial management.
Something I learned after coming to the skills level is that a lot of practice is required when, if you plan on to pass this exam, and it's not only about learning it by reading, but also doing it by either use spreadsheet, which I mostly use. So a lot of practice, and something I would like to say is that if you do, if you did the revision kit once, always try to do it another time, because the first time you do, you may make a mistake, but the second time you do, you will correct the mistake, and the third time when you do it in the exam, you can always secure the right marks. So a lot of practice is required for this.
Okay. Are you working somewhere? You're just giving papers.
Yes. Yes, sir. I'm working.
Okay. Now, one thing which I really want to ask you, as a working student, how many hours you used to take out to study?
Okay, my shift starts from 8 to 5. I come home around 6 o'clock, and per day, if you give around 2 hours, I think it should be enough. Unless if you don't understand any topic, you can always go above 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours. Keep an average of 2.5 hours per day, and it's not only about consistency, but also you should make sure that you get a healthy study plan. You don't force yourself to study.
Okay. And how many papers were you giving in the September 21 attempt?
I was only giving one, sir.
Just one paper. So you think at least 2 hours is important with the your work, whatever work you are doing. So with your working, you have to at least spend 2 hours, right? Okay. One more thing I need to ask you here. What about the theory coverage? How you ensure that you are well ready for the theory?
Okay, theory is very important. Most of people, they don't understand that okay, FM paper, financial management, okay, let me learn all the practical stuff. I can pass it easy. But something you have to understand is that theory is as important as practical is. So unless you read the textbook, unless you understand the concept, you're not going to pass this exam easily. So something you need to know that read the textbook once, twice if possible, and always go through the topic and understand them. You don't have to by heart them, you just have to understand them. The examiner will only look for the points which make sense.
Okay. Is important for your paper and you covered well. Thank you very much and congratulations once again for securing 78 marks in financial management. Thank you very much for taking out your time. So once,
I'd like to say,
yeah,
excuse me, one last thing I would like to say before I leave.
yeah, sure.
A huge thanks to Wi-Fi for their continuous support, especially their support staff. They have been really helpful until the last minute of the exam, because I had faced some issues with the website, and they were there until the last minute. So a huge thank you, a huge congrats to everyone who had passed their exam, and good luck to everyone who are planning to write their exam. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Salman. Thank you very much. Now, after this segment, we are moving towards a very important segment, and that's, I think, main thing for this today's session is the Q&A session. It's the question and answer session. Before I start formally this Q&A session, because Sir Hasan Dossani will be with me in this Q&A session, I just want Sir Hasan to quickly brief students with the major failures, major reasons for the failure. These are common questions that you can see in front of your screens. I'll come to the future paper combinations. But sir, can you just start this session by just discussing a few major reasons for failure, and then we can formally start the Q&A session.
Sure, sir. Thank you very much. And I would be able to talk about the reasons for failure specifically for SBL, because SBL is a very different paper. So, the reasons which I will talk should not be taken over as across the board. So for SBL, the top three reasons why students were not able to clear was that because of the CBE paper, a lot of students are copy pasting the stuff from the scenario. So this copy pasting is the really easy thing in the world. But what they don't realize is that only copy pasting will not get them marks. Examiner is not trying to see whether you know how to copy paste. He wants to see what is the rationale, what are your thoughts, why did you copy pasted a certain paragraph or a certain bit of information. So the first reason why students fail SBL is that they tend to copy like 80% from the scenario without adding their own comments, their own thoughts. Like, for example, what is the impact or what should be done to fix the problem? That's number one. The second problem is the examiner feels that students, they really don't practice well on the CBE platform. How does he know that? The way students, they handle the Word document, they don't know how to draft, they don't know how to format. So if you visually look at the script, it looked like it is being typed by a 2-year-old kid. You are a professional level student now, so your grip on Word document, report writing, presentation should look like reasonably good level, right? And the third and the last reason is not doing mocks. Most students who do not do mocks, they focus on syllabus and they focus on models. Without doing mocks, they are able to achieve 45, 46, 47 marks. But unfortunately for SBL, they're not able to clear if they don't attempt mock exams. These are the top three takeaways for SBL.
Okay, sir, thank you very much. And I think what you mentioned are basically the reasons for other papers failure as well, because when it comes to professional papers, so the drafting of the answers on Word is very important, and everybody needs to be, make sure that they are well ready for drafting of the answers and using spreadsheet as well. So that's great, sir. Now we will start this session. Let's open the floor for questions. Every student, I will request each and every one of you to ask questions one by one. We will try to take up your questions, so you can just write the questions in the chat box. I'm repeating again. There is a Q&A area as well. Don't go there. Just use the chat box here, and we will try to take your questions one by one. We are also live on Facebook today, so we are also getting questions on Facebook as well, so you can just ask questions on Facebook in the comment section as well. So we'll try to answer all the questions. Remember, the maximum advantage of the session is that you ask questions and we will try to answer through the use of our expert tutors. Let's begin with the questions here. Now, first of all, Farkhanda Shahid has a question regarding SBL. She is asking whether it's the right time to start SBL now.
Um, yes, it all depends how smart you are and how much time you can invest. So between now and the exam, approximately 45 days are there. So I believe that if you are able to study at least uh, 2 hours, 3 hours per day, then you can easily cover SBL before the exams. However, you need to focus on the right things because time is short. So, I will be conducting a separate session tomorrow specifically for SBL, in which I will lay out the plan for the next 45 days. So if you focus on a plan and invest 3 hours a day, you can easily pass SBL or prepare for SBL for December attempt.
Okay, thank you very much. Manzoor Hussain has a question in relation to Triple A. He will attempt SBL for the first time, so that's fine. The main question he's asking is, can he go for Triple A before attempting SBR? Sir Munir.
Well, I always advise students to attempt SBR first and then go for AAA.
Okay.
Or they can attempt both of these papers simultaneously together in a single attempt. But as the student is saying that he has already attempted AAA before. So what I believe is that he has given a lot of time to AAA. He has also given a lot of time to these standards. So now it's not that difficult for him to go for AAA again, since this is his second attempt. But provided that you devote sufficient time, you practice it properly, then there is no chance that you fail this paper again. Provided that you give sufficient time, you practice properly, you attempt mocks, because when you attempt mocks and when you get the feedback of the tutor, you get to know that where you are lacking, what mistakes you are doing your examination, and also go through the examiner reports, because examiner highlights that these are the common mistakes committed by these students, and then you'll get to know that which mistakes you yourself are committing.
Okay. I hope, Mansoor, your question has been answered well by Munir Shafi. Sir Hassan, a very interesting question from Elizabeth, because SBL is a theoretical paper and it's a 4-hour paper. So that's why I'm asking you a question. What speed of typing do you recommend?
Good question. Again, for SBL, you don't really need a fast typing speed. If you have a average or slightly below average typing speed, then also you can survive. Reason being that at least 30-40% of the stuff you will be copy pasting from the scenario, right? So you can survive if your speed is normal, like you, me, her, anybody. And second question I was reading through was that spelling mistakes and typo errors. So in CBE, this is the new issue which is popping up. So to some extent, typo errors are ignored by the examiner, but to some extent, if your typo errors are reasonable, like Even if I type, I will make errors, and there is no spell check option in the CBE software. Examiner knows that. So if your typing errors are reasonable, like it's not crazy, then it is acceptable. No marks will be deducted. But each and every sentence has a big spelling error, then it shows that your grip over English is weak. So it is all a relative concept. So you need to judge yourself. But typos are acceptable and ignorable up to a reasonable level. So don't worry about it.
Okay. Very well explained, Sir Hasan Dossani. And I think it's again very general sort of a thing which is applicable for other papers as well. But the only thing you need to just fix here is copy paste stuff because it varies paper to paper. So, Sir just mentioned about SBL. Uh, now, the next question is in relation to AAA and SBR attempting together. Hamza is asking, Tashwita, what do you think? Is it manageable to attempt SBR AAA in single attempt of December?
Yes, sir, it's very much manageable. And I would say that AAA and SPR is like, they're very much interrelated, as Sir Munir also stated. So if you would know the IFRSs, then only you can do the audit of the financial statements, right? So if you're a working student, then I would say if you're working and you are also giving the exams, then take one exam because AAA is, as you can see, the pass rate of it. It's very, you can say, challenging. So I won't recommend two exams for the December attempt because just 45 days are remaining. But if you're a full-time student, then of course you can go for both the exams. Then you will have to put in a lot of effort and a huge number of hours every day for the studies.
Okay, so you recommend for SBR in December, right?
Yeah, for SPR December, of course you can manage, but one exam I would say in 45 days.
Okay, that's great. Uh, Mohammad Wakas, SBL, sir has mentioned that he will be conducting a dedicated session tomorrow. So definitely he'll be covering the time required to cover SBL for December 21. So once you'll be in that session, so he will further clarify how much time actually is required for SBL to cover, right? Uh, the next question I have is for APM. Are webinars sufficient? Not exactly. Uh, yes, webinar is very good option for those who already have good amount of knowledge and they just need a push. So webinars are good for those students. But if your basics are weak, then I think you should go for the proper batch. Okay. We have another question. How many days required for SBR? So, Tashwita, how many days required? 200, 300 days required?
No. So it's like we give you a plan for the studies. If I'll be conducting the orientation for the reset batch, and a proper planner will be given that how will you manage this paper topic wise, including the practice and the revision in the remaining days for the December attempt. So if you can put in those efforts to follow that plan, then you can manage it in even 45 days.
Okay.
So that's not a big deal. Yeah.
Which means it is possible in 45, right? uh, yes, we have a question from Shermin regarding the papers of SBR and SBL. So, Sir Hassan, SBR with SBL or just one?
I would always go for one because in my experience of many students, people who are giving two papers together, like one is SBL and one is either SBR or any other paper, majority of them are, you know, are not able to clear both of them together.
Okay.
10,001 reasons for it. I don't want to go into it. Of course, there are exceptional examples as well. People have cleared, but by and large, I have seen people struggle when they give SBL with any other subject. So one paper for a normal average student.
Okay. Considering the time as well, so it's beneficial to go for one over one paper, right? Uh, okay. We have another question in relation to PM from Mona Lisa, and that is is PM possible in December? I exactly don't know whether it's your first attempt or not, but if it is not your first attempt, then you should go for PM in December if for some reason you could not pass, right? Uh, the next question is from Samson. It is advisable to take TX, FRN, AAA in June 2023, right? So I can answer myself. Yes, it's totally advisable. No issues. You have a lot of days and weeks left, so go for it. Okay. But I would advise to just split this in different quarters. That will make more easy for you to handle each and every paper. Okay. We have another question from Razan. How long are the recent batch scores for? Basically, recent batches will start from tomorrow, and again, these are for December attempts. So you approximately have, I think, 45-50 days left, and you can cover things in 45 to 50 days. We will share planners for each and every course. Each and every respected tutor will share the plan, and if you follow the plans, I'm sure you can make it. Okay. Okay. We have another question here from Fatima, and that is, sir, how to plan and manage for two exams in a sitting like SBL, APM, and SBR and AAA. So, Fatima, the conclusion right now, because few others asked the same question, was that go for one paper. Considering the time frame that is left. So again, I would say that you go for one paper, because if it is SBR AAA, so go for SBR, and for SBL and APM. So, sir, what do you think? SBL or APM? Your paper or my paper?
Whichever the student feels that they have a higher chance to pass.
Okay.
Sequence, I don't really believe in sequence. Your passing momentum should keep on building.
Okay. Because for SBR and AAA, as I just heard Tashwita and Munir, Shafi, they mentioned that you must go for SBR first and then AAA. But for SBR and APM, there is no sequence as such. If you are comfortable in any paper, you can go for that. Okay. Sir, Elvin has a question for SBL, as you can see in front of your screen as well. 37 marks.
Okay. So sorry to hear that. Elvin, we need to talk offline, okay? I know your case, so let's talk offline.
Okay, that's good. So, Elvin, you need to contact Hassan. It is advisable to take AFM after FM. Taha, what do you think? After FM, is it good to go for AFM?
Hello. Yes, we can say to some extent it is good because the student has the FM concepts which are fresh for him. But I will agree with Sir Hassan, if the student is not comfortable with FM, for example, he likes audit more or some other paper more than FM, he must try to continue his passing streak and pick the paper which is most convenient for him. So actually it depends upon case to case.
Okay, it depends on case to case, but you have the basis. So, as Taha said, you can go for AFM exam. We have another question for AFM here, and the student is asking how to proceed for AFM. It's the first attempt for the student.
All right. If it is first attempt for the student and the student starts with us as soon as possible, which means in a couple of days, then it will be manageable. Otherwise, the time may run out, and especially if the student is a working individual, we know that we have only 45 days to exam, so they need to enroll. And yes, we at WIFI do guide our students. We issue a proper planner, which a student, if follows, I am sure he will succeed, provided he follows the instructions.
Okay, so you have to follow the instruction and the plans. Mohammed Bilal has a question for Sukhpreet. How different ATX from TX? It is good choice from optional exam considering pass rate. Sukhpreet.
Yeah. So, okay. So taking ATX, considering ATX and considering the pass percentage it is having, and in comparison to the optional papers, it is having a great pass percentage. So I really refer students to take up ATX if they like TX. So it's very important. If you like TX, then you should go for ATX, the point number one. Other than that, how different is ATX from TX? It is the continuation of obviously what TX is all about. So but in this case, it would be little like vast, and it focuses on the tax plan. So primarily it is also helping you to for the tax plan. So that's what the difference is all about, and it is definitely vaster. The concepts are bigger and vaster.
Okay, well explained. So I hope, Mohammed Bilal, your question has been answered. Uh, we have a question from one of the student, Oj, who is asking that he didn't pass in PM. So yes, you can join my PM batch at Wi-Fi. Congratulations, you got 59 FM, so you can start. Follow the plans. Okay. Okay. Best combination of papers we can attempt in skill area as a working student. Ratika is asking. So, what do you think? So, Tashwita, which papers you will recommend Ratika for skills?
Okay, so if she's just started with her journey of ACCA, then the first exams which she should pick up would be FR. And if she wants to take up two exams, then she can take double A and FR together. I'm not saying because I'm teaching FR, but the reason is that the FR is something with which we are very well acquainted. It's basic accounts, right? So if you're from accounting background, you're aware of debit and credit. So you can just take that forward, and FR will help you gain confidence. It has a good pass percentage as compared to other exams. So FR and audit go very well together. So of course you can go for them according to me if it's your first time.
Okay, but I think you don't go for double A first and then FR. You need to go along with that, right? Yeah.
Yeah. First FR and then audit.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much. We have another question in relation to PM reset and double A first attempt. Hasnain, what do you think? Student is asking. It's PM reset and double A for the first time for March 2022.
Yeah, it's pretty manageable. If the student wants to attempt double A, he can go for March 21. It would be his first attempt. And PM, since it's reset attempt, he can take the reset batch and can go on.
Okay, I would add here, if it is possible, you go for PM in December and double A in March. So your workload will be distributed between two attempts. Okay. Okay. We have another question from Nipin, and he is saying my question is around SBR and APM. I've applied for APM and failed at 14 September 21. Okay, now I think if you have failed APM in September 21 and you wanted to start SBR now, so I will not recommend you to do that because you don't have enough time for December. So just go for reset of APM in December and SBR for March. That will give you more time to cover the things. Okay. Okay. We have another question here regarding SBL from Anan of in 32 marks. Sir, you can see the comment yourself.
Um, I can't. It's lost somewhere.
Okay. The question student is saying that the student attempted the mocks as well as live classes and everything. 32 marks.
Yeah, it happens. So I need to see the marked script to identify what could have gone wrong and then talk to the student to do some counseling to understand what mistakes. It's possible that you gave mocks and yet you can't pass. That's unfortunate, but it's possible. So we need to figure out what went wrong so that next time we exactly know how to nail it down.
Okay, so you need to contact Sarasan for this. Thank you very much. A very interesting question here I have one of the student, and the student is saying that could not pass double A and SBR as well. So is it possible to give double A and SBR together? Double A and SBR together. So Tashwita, what are your thoughts?
Of course, it's possible. The reason being, SPR is very different from double A. It's a skill level paper, it's professional. So it will be like having an easy paper in hand and a difficult, or you can say a challenging paper in hand. SBR would be the professional exam you'll be giving. So, of course, you can do them together. And if you've already attempted them, then of course, that makes it way easier now. And also, if I say FR and double A are connected due to some, overlap of standards, then SBR is the, we can say, farther version of FR. So if you're giving SBR and double A, then of course there's a overlap there as well, because whatever is there in FR is also there in SPR. So again, you can do these two exams together. But what I'll say is that if you're not able to get through double A, then I wouldn't say that you should go for triple A in future if that is creating a trouble at this stage.
Okay. Thank you very much. Taha, Maria is asking in relation to AFM as she didn't pass. So, what are your thoughts? How can she pass AFM easily?
All right. So as we know that this depends upon case to case. Anyone who was not successful in their AFM exams can approach me and let me know the details so that I am able to diagnose the causes of failure. Also, I will be conducting AFM specific orientation session for our post result students and the reset batch coming week, for which they can see details on the Wi-Fi website. And in that specific session, I will be addressing each and every student of AFM who was not able to succeed, and guide them about what they can do to pass the exam.
Okay, thank you very much. We have a question from Anna here. Is APM directly linked to F5? So yes, 60% you will see F5 in APM. Obviously, the basic concepts are there, but the level of examination is totally different in APM. But definitely, it will help you a lot. Another question we have from Sujani, and that is the best paper, AFM or APM. Now, it depends on your past experience about F5 and F9. So, considering that, you have to decide your future paper, optional paper. Secondly, in which field you want to work, that also matters, because ACCA has specifically mentioned these optional papers just because you select your own paper keeping in mind the expertise you needed in a respective field. So look at your past experience about F5 and F9, and secondly also consider in which area you need to work, and then you need to decide between AFM or APM. Okay. uh, we have another question here because I'm getting a lot of questions here. So I'm just trying to pick those which are very important ones. Because let me tell you one more thing. If your questions are unanswered today, so don't worry about it. We have separate sessions for each and every paper starting from tomorrow. I'll just share the timetable later on today. So you can even ask your questions in respective sessions with the respective tutors as well. Okay. Moving forward, we have another question here from Manzoor Hussain, and he is asking about Triple A, 35 marks second time Triple A. So, any quick suggestion? And he also has a background of CA, so you can help Munir Shafi here.
Well, Manzoor, I just read your query. Uh, I think it will not be difficult for you if you can stick to the basics, and if you can practice it. Because if you are saying that you are CA finalist, and you haven't attempted SBR as well. So first of all, I don't see a reason that why you haven't attempted SBR, because being a CA finalist, the first subject which we have studied is advanced financial accounting and reporting. So I believe this is an easy target to nail in the first go, which will obviously give you immense confidence to pass your further papers. So I would suggest first go for SBR, increase your confidence, boost your confidence, and then go for AAA. Because obviously, advanced audit, this paper is difficult in both qualifications. Uh, If you talk about ICAP, passing rate is even worse than ACCA. You know this. So I would say if you go for SBR first, and if you then attempt Triple A, that would be a good idea. Triple A for Triple A, I would request you get your copy marked, get the feedback, because the students don't know which mistakes they are committing. Because I marked a lot of copies of Triple A, and unfortunately, I can say that whatever teacher is reiterating again and again, students are not following that. Until and unless they get a red mark on their copy, the teacher fails the student with red mark. Till that time, students don't realize their mistakes. So it's very important, because if you are attempting your paper, you are yourself checking your paper. There comes a self-review thread. Okay, so obviously you cannot identify your own mistakes. So it's better to attempt the paper and get it marked from someone experienced, someone expert. That will help you a lot. And keep on practicing. Keep on practicing. I believe this is it, and this will make you cross the line, hopefully.
Okay, thank you very much. I need to quickly give few answers here of certain students, and those are not, very important questions, I would say. Dawn Friday, yes, you can retake the exam of F8 and, sorry, FM and AA, but I would advise if you have 5 to 6 hours per day to study, then go for two papers reset, otherwise just split between December and March. Sir Hassan, I'm getting a lot of questions since morning today, and I just saw one question here of this administration review. I've seen a lot of students asking me, and I'm sure it might be asking from you people as well. Many of the students want an administration review. What do you think? Is it useful?
Sir, in my experience, administrative review is not useful.
Yes.
I have seen many students going for it in the last several years, and I have not seen a single case where the results were changed.
Same here.
So, based on experience and the fact that I think that any student who gets 49, especially, ACCA itself has an internal process in which they double check the script to make sure that 49 is 49. And long answer short, I wouldn't, if you have money, then take a chance. Otherwise, I don't have any high expectations or high positive hopes from administrative reviews.
Okay. Same here, and I'm sure the other tutors will also agree on this point that administrative review is not very useful. It's better to start preparing for the next attempt. Okay. Uh, we have one question, and I'm just answering few remaining questions now. Yes, it is possible for a working student to go for FR with AA or FR with FM. Okay. So you can either go for FR with AA or FR with FM for March 2022 attempt. But again, I would advise if you have the flexibility of giving papers in quarterly attempts, so go for it, because that's flexibility. You can split up your burden then. Okay. So thank you very much. I think yeah.
Sir, there is one question a couple of students are trying to ask
Okay.
that they cleared SBL with good marks in this attempt. Can they go for two papers for December, SBR and APM?
Okay. So you want me to answer the question?
Yes, please.
Okay. I think if you have passed SBL, then go for APM, just one paper, because you just are left with 45 days. Okay. I am sure Tashwita will agree with me. You can't go for SBR if it's your first attempt in 45 days. She's also saying no. Okay. So yeah. So you can, yeah, you can go for APM, but again I would say that if you have 3 to 4 hours daily time to study, then go for APM as well. Okay. But because there is similarity between SBL and APM, so APM is comparatively a better option.
Thank you, sir. And one last, again, every question is the last question. but students do ask whether they should go for the ethics module, especially does it help in SBL or audit. So from an SBL point of view, I don't think there is any direct link between the ethics module and the SBL paper. And this is not the right time. When you are just left with 6 weeks, you should not focus your attention to something else. So please don't worry about the ethics module. You can always do it later on, right? It's not dependable on, nothing is depending on the ethics module.
Exactly. Okay. That's it, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. Now I need to announce few things. Please attentively listen so that further help you will be able to get from the tutors. So we have our regular course starting from tomorrow. For this course, which is a regular course, you will get the entire content, the regular content, and this is advisable for the research student who were not able to pass in September 21. So those who didn't pass in September 21 can go for this reset batch in which we are offering up to 50% discount. Now, those who are giving any paper for the first time, so you go for March 22 attempt. We are offering both the batches. You can enroll in December 21 or March 22. So those who could not pass the paper, they can go in December. But first attempt students should go for March 22 attempt. We will give you the details of the fee structure and all once you contact the coordinators. So this is the regular course. You can enroll in this course till 31st of October. Okay, the deal for the research student is valid till 31st of October. After that, we will be offering a revision course starting from 5th of November. It's a crash sort of a course with limited topics, with limited content. So those students who feel that, okay, we are good in the terms of preparation, we don't need to go for the entire course, and we need a recap of quick areas, important areas, so you can go for the revision course. But the best thing about both the courses is the mocks, and I'll be asking one question from Hassan at the end of the session as well about the importance of mocks. So mocks are part of both the courses because mock is something that is a big game changer for you people. So both the courses will include mocks. That's the best part, where instructor will check the mock and will give you the feedback. Okay. So let me quickly repeat. Regular course for the research student, you can either come into December 21 or March 22. For December students, we are offering up to 50% discount. For the revision course, we will start the batch from 5th of November. Uh, if it is possible for you to look at the timetable here, I know it may be difficult for you to look at the timetable, but this is the timetable for the first classes. We will also share on respective WhatsApp group if it is not clear. From tomorrow, we are starting a session. It's SBL tomorrow, the first orientation class. So we will share the entire timetable with you people, followed by the other papers till Monday. We are going for the reset orientation classes. Each and every tutor will be obviously conducting the class. So those students who want to specifically ask paper related queries which are not answered today, so they must join the first orientation session. These are free sessions where tutor will be discussing the major reason for their respective papers and will share a respective plan that you need to follow for the December attempt. You can even ask tutor whether to go for December or March 22 because both batches are on and tutors will be in a better position to guide you. If it is not visible, we will share the timetable with you and the class links as well. Okay. Moving forward, these are the numbers of our team. You can WhatsApp our coordinators. There are two numbers in front of you. Plus, the tutors have also shared their numbers in the chat box. So you can WhatsApp them as well for any personal or paper related query you have. The rest for the administration, for the registration process, you can contact our coordinators. Now, before I end this session, a quick word, Sir Hassan. you please just emphasize about mocks, how important mocks are for each and every student, because I think it's very important to attempt the mocks.
100%, and especially now that since the papers are CBE, the examiner themselves are insisting on mocks. And honestly, when we check mocks, as Sir Munir also mentioned, as tutors, when we check mocks, we immediately can see lots of gaps in the student. And when we mark in red, that's when the student realizes that there's something wrong and they start working. That's how the student psyche is, right? So mocks are extremely important because A, it will help you identify your gaps. B, it will build up your stamina and get you in the right mindset because of the CBE environment. Your hands, eye coordination, everything needs to work optimal level when you're doing the paper. And see, obviously, when you have a target in front of you, when you do a mock, obviously nothing can be, can be compared to a mock. I have seen students who have just passed by attending extensive mock sessions, and I have seen students who are not able to pass because they focused on chapters and syllabus and they never took mocks seriously. So mocks are game changers. Please, the trend is changing slowly and gradually. It's all about mocks. So please, if you have limited time, then give more time to practice and mocks and less time for syllabus instead of the other way around.
Very good suggestion. Give more time to practice and less time to the basic content if you're short of time. So mocks are important. Everyone, we do offer mocks in these batches that I mentioned earlier. So this is a good facility that you have. Now, before I end the session, so I really need to thank all the tutors for joining the session and the students who trusted us once again. Those who passed in September 21, congratulations. Those who became affiliates, so a big congratulations again. Those who could not succeed, don't be disappointed. Next attempt will be your attempt. After every failure, there is a big success. So please don't be demotivated. Just work on your areas, or what are the what learnings you got today. Just note down the learnings and do attend the research sessions, the first sessions, where tutor will further be emphasizing on the areas of problem. Our coordinator have shared the link in the chat box for the research classes as well. You can just register yourself and you can join the sessions. Thank you very much, the entire faculty team. Sir Hasan Dossani, thank you very much. Tashwita, Munir, Shafi, Taha Popatia, Sukhpreet, Hasnain Rehmani, Ali, Amanullah. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining the session. I hope you all will succeed in December 21. You can contact the tutors anytime you want to for further guidance. Once again, thank you very much to the entire faculty team and all the audience who were here. If we were not able to answer your questions, really sorry for that. Just join the individual class sessions so that everything will be answered there. Thank you very much. Take care. Stay blessed. See you then. It's Rizwan Maniya signing off from WIF.